Thumb going.
Oh, yes.
And here's a good way to do it. So everybody knows that my dear friend Pat Dementry is the ultimate in terms of gardener.
Yes.
She loves to garden veggies. She does beautiful flower beds, and I have been reaping the benefits of some of her items, but for years never took the time to do it myself. A couple years ago, I decided that I was going to do a container garden.
Okay.
And honestly, it's transformative. Watching your own veggies grow, your herbs grow, and being able to go out, clip a little basil and put it in your own pesto, that kind of stuff is very rewarding. So what I love about this, and we're going to talk about the Vegepod, is that it's elevated. So I don't have to get down on my hands and knees. I'm not, on my knees kind of work in the garden girl,
right.
But working like this makes so much sense. So we're going to talk with Blake Harris in just a second, but this is the Vegepod self-watering container garden with the stand and cover. We're offering it at a clearance price of $185.99, 5 payments of $37.20. So with that said, let's welcome in Blake Harris, who is the dad that invented this back in Australia. How many years ago now? I guess like 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was actually my dad who invented it.
Oh, your dad.
Years
Okay.
ago. And
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
All good. So he was actually just a failed gardener. So he'd either forget to water his plants or something would come along and eat them, and or it just really wasn't as accessible as you pointed out. That elevated gardening is super convenient, and out of the frustrations was born the Vegepod, and we've been on Shark Tank and now brought it over to the US, and here we are on QVC.
That's wonderful.
It's so cool.
Well, I love looking at it. We don't have it completely connected here because obviously we don't have the hose, but I'm going to take the top off and we'll start there. Walk us through, first of all, what happens here in the construction.
Definitely. So yeah, when you first get it, it comes in the box. Now it's super easy to assemble. You don't need any tools. All the pieces connect like Lego. So they all just slide into one another. You don't need any tools. Simple instructions, and yeah, just all clicks together. Once you've got it assembled, you're going to fill it right up to the top there with some good quality potting soil. Now, getting the good quality soil is really key, as it's really going to help your growth rates. You can kind of see it clicking together there.
Here's here's the construction, and the legs are separate. So and that's a double, by the way. This one is the single that we're working with now. And if we come back, there's a hose that connects to the back that helps to do the self-watering. And of course, you just hook that to your regular garden hose. And John, we can show really quickly the separate legs on this, because this is an elevated stand, and there's the watering, the misting function in the video, and that's the hard part is the misting and the self-watering. So here's how it actually sits on the stand. So again, very easy construction. Just get that into place.
There we go.
And now you've got all of your base. So fill it with the soil, and then what do we do?
So then you can get your either seeds or seedling starter plants, so whatever you prefer. Just so you do the starters, you then water from above, like you mentioned. Plug the hose in, there's that mist irrigation which will water it. Rain will come through the mesh, or if you don't have a hose, you're on got a patio or a balcony, just like I do out here, a watering can works just the trick too. Then the water's going to run through the soil and collect in the bottom reservoir. So there's a big tray in the base that collects 4 gallons, and there's enough water in there to last 3 weeks in summer. So you forget to water, you go away, no problem at all. It's very low maintenance gardening.
Well, and that's
Music
so
to my
important.
ears.
I know, right? Because John he's a city dweller.
I am a city dweller with the opposite of a green thumb, Blake, and I was so excited to see this because it truly takes the guesswork out of it. But as Jane was saying, it allows you to really get that power back and have that control and make these, grow things at your own home that you can use and enjoy. It's so impressive.
It just tastes better when you grew it, doesn't it, Blake?
It tastes so much better.
It does.
Like homegrown tomato or strawberry is like candy compared to the stores. And also it's twice the amount of nutrition in homegrown versus store-bought. So it's healthier, tastes better, it's rewarding. You can get it kids involved if you want, and you can pretty much grow whatever you want in the Vegepod. So you do have that full foot of depth, which is enough for your carrots, onion, garlic, beets, so all the root vegetables.
You can do roots as well.
Salads, herbs are fantastic. Even the fruiting plants, tomatoes and cucumbers will grow to the shape of the canopy, and they're not going to get eaten up by all the bugs and critters. So we do have that cover, clips in the front, strong enough for those bigger rabbits, birds, squirrel, and deer. Fine enough for the smaller bugs and slugs too.
We get the thumbs up on that one.
It is approved.
Thumbs up.
Love it.
And you're getting it today, $176 off the regular price. This was originally $362. You're getting it now at a clearance price of $185. Final quantities when they sell out. There's no reorder. Plus, you get it with free shipping and handling. That would have been another $20 and change. And you get 5 months to pay for it. So by the time you get this home, depending on where you live, it might be time to start putting in some of your seeds. Most of us were doing the tomatoes. We'll probably wait till a little bit closer to May. Here, I know you're in summer in Australia, right, Blake, already?
I actually just came back over from Australia. I'm actually over here in Colorado, so it's a little chilly too. But
never mind.
So you're in the same boat as us.
Okay.
You've got the same.
I've got the cold.
You've got the winter.
It's cold now, yeah.
And I love that this is something that you can go away and not have to worry.
Right.
That is my biggest thing. As someone who is not super confident in the garden or around plants in general, I love that you can put this together. You can grow whatever you want to grow, but if you are going away, it really takes care of itself.
Right, and depending, like my deck where I have my raised garden beds, the sun beats on it. It needs to be watered multiple times during the day. This one is self-watering, so you don't have to worry about that. And 93905 is your item number. I also love cleanup would be easier. There's no maintenance for the actual Vegepod unit, right?
No, that's right. And even at the end of the season, so if you're in a really cold place where you know, you're getting a lot of snow and it's freezing over, you don't need to empty it, you don't need to pull it apart, you just let it freeze solid. If you want, you can bring the cover in. It's as simple as just Velcroing it on and off. Take you 2 minutes at the end of the year. But if you're not in a super cold state, then you can just let it be, or you can actually grow all year, like in California, Texas, Florida. Even some other states with that. So I only have the mesh here in the studio there. You've got another cover on,
we put the
on
other,
that Vegepod, the clear plastic one. So that one comes included too, which is our hothouse cover. That keeps that heat in the frost away like a mini greenhouse. You're good into the 20s and 30s to really extend that season.
I love it.
So that comes included too.
Well, Blake, thank you so much for saying hi. It was nice to meet you, and happy gardening.
That's it. Happy gardening. Thanks for having us.
See you later, Blake.
All right, M93905 is the item number. Ooh, I love that delicious sound.
I do too.
That's coming up a little bit later. As a matter of fact, if you want to and you can't wait,